first of all, we would like to start with the Bharat Jodo Yatra that Rahul Gandhi has now taken up. We're seeing that today at Sriperumbudur, he paid respects to a former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi's memorial, and today evening they will be going to Kanyakumari and starting the 3,500-kilometer march. So how do you see this? We've seen that on Twitter you would call it Bharat Jodo Rahul Gandhi event. So can you tell us about that?
And anybody in India can go on a yatra. It's a free country. It's a democratic country. There's no issue at all. But the reason Mr. Rahul Gandhi has given for starting this yatra is to unify India. I have mentioned that Rahul Gandhi is famously known for Bharat Jodo Yatra. He often leaves our country and goes to different parts of the world. So I hope and pray that after he starts the yatra, he completes it. That is very important. And second, he talks about unifying the country. So in this complete yatra, he will see how India is unified under our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. Because his great-grandfather ruled this country as the Prime Minister, then his grandmother ruled this country as the Prime Minister, then his father ruled this country as the Prime Minister. They had three different Prime Ministers in the same family at different points of time. But every time Kashmir was not fully unified with India, the northeastern states were not fully unified with India. Because of the Congress appeasement politics and selective politics, perpetually Kashmir was kept out. And in the last 8 years, you see, after the 370 abolition, Kashmir is completely with India. There is a free-flowing people from all states. People go to Kashmir. Kashmir has come out. Even for Northeast, is finally peaceful. Fully, it's an integrated part of the India. Now, I don't know what that talks about unification. He goes around also. He talks about the gap between the rich and the poor. The gap between the rich and the poor has come down drastically in the last 8-9 years. That also he will witness. That is why in the tweet I mentioned, I wished him the best of luck. But very importantly, the yatra should not be done to mislead people. Instead, Congress can call this yatra to propel Rahul Gandhi to Congress party president. They wanted something to be done. They can call this as well as yatra for making Rahul Gandhi as Congress president. Instead of calling all names, which is not relevant to the ground. That is why I mentioned, instead of Bharat Jodo, you please keep it as Bharat Jodo.
And sir, we're also seeing that, a recent tweet by TRB Raja, the DMK IT wing head, about how Savarkar was sitting on a bulbul, and at the same time there was Lord Vishnu sitting on a Garuda, and both of them meeting on the sky. This video was tweeted by TRB Raja, and it had gained a lot of controversy also. And recently, the BJP's IT wing has filed a case against him. How do you see this? Do you feel that this is a repeated way in which DMK is acting against the interest of Hindu gods?
Nothing new, ma'am. Especially DMK IT wing right now is being run by a bunch of school children, very amateurish and very unprofessional. And exactly like how school children discuss, that's how DMK IT wing is functioning now. I was told in the morning by our IT wing people that they have filed a case for insulting Hindu god and for insulting Veer Savarkar and everything combinedly. They have filed a case. And more importantly, DMK as a party is known for insulting Hindu gods at different points of time. So there is nothing new in their approach, and they believe only by demeaning Hindu religion they will get their chunk of votes, which is very unfortunate. And I hope and pray in Tamil Nadu, whatever cases we have filed against people for hurting religious sentiment, nothing moves in Tamil Nadu with the current DMK government. I hope and pray that the DMK IT wing would take it further and they will get it. And any culprit who has done this should be punished. And be it the DMK IT wing chief or any other person who has done it should be punished, no doubt about that.
So we also saw that R.S. Bharati, a very senior leader of the DMK, had, spoken against you on an event that was happening on Sunday. He even went on to state that, Annamalai should have been thrashed for, speaking against Karnanadi and for speaking against Karnanadi's name being put for his street. He even went on to say that Annamalai has been able to achieve the kind of education and the post that he enjoyed only because of the kind of education system that the DMK had provided. So how do you see on and react on that?
There is nothing new in what R.S. Bharati is saying. So he's a very old man, and I said, old man, you are supposed to be very wise in your approach and dealings, but I don't know the kind of words that he speaks and the vituperative words he uses in the last 1 year. This is not the first time. I think 3, 4 times he has spoken about DMK cadre should assault me, hit me, and he has also threatened me by filing 400 crore defamation suit, and all these things he has done in the last 1 year. So there's nothing new in RS Bharati. I just hope and pray. With old age comes wisdom. With old age comes calmness. With old age comes a mental maturity. I just hope and pray the Almighty would give RS Bharati all these things in his old age. That is number one. And second, I don't know. Now DMK is a government that is famous for putting stickers. It is very unfortunate they are trying to put a sticker on me about my educational background and my educational background or anything. A lot of people have studied well. I am also one among them, and it is purely your hard work and your parental support, society support. And if that is the logic, it talks about Annamalai have achieved everything because of the Dravidian model. How many people from the Dravidian ministers and their own families, how many of them have achieved? How many of them have gone into an engineering college? How many of them have gone into a civil service? Anybody in the Dravidian family? Is there one person in the Dravidian family, right from 1917 till 2022? Can you name one person from the Dravidian family itself, from the Gopalapuram family, or from their ministers who has achieved it? No. With all humility, whatever I've done with my life is nothing in front of hardworking people. It is all to the kindness of strangers, kindness of society, and to my parents, I was able to do something. And putting a sticker on me, finally, the DMK has put stickers on everybody, and finally they are trying to put sticker on Annamalai, which is very unfortunate. It is only laughable.
So once again, coming back to the Bharat Jodo Yatra of the Congress, when Congress is embarking on a Padayatra like this, there's always this question on what is BJP going to go do. Is there anything that you have in your schedule to counter this Bharat Jodo Yatra, sir?
No need to counter, ma'am. Whatever Congress is assembling the crowd today in Kanyakumari from across India, BJP Tamil Nadu would beat that crowd in January only from Kanyakumari. Only the Kanyakumari district BJP Karyakartas. We will have more numbers than the Bharat Jodo Yatra that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is starting from Kanyakumari. Come January, second week, third week, you will see that. One district Karyakartas would give a fitting tribute. We don't need the whole Tamil Nadu BJP or any other person. We just one district BJP Karyakartas would give a fitting tribute. By the time this thing is over, you will see the BJP support in Kanyakumari. But I think that is enough for Mr. Rahul Gandhi and for Congress.